Ultimately, it came time for us to leave for school.
見てください。ほら、ジャパニーズ制服はとっても可愛いのです。
Dee Dee was cheerfully twirling like a merry-go-round in front of the gate. Craning my neck to look at her, I noticed how much the hem of her skirt was flaring up. I guess if you're staying with us, you must be going to our school too.
What?
Ah, nothing. It's just the uniform really suits you.
ありがとうございます。
Dee Dee flashed an award-winning smile, and I had to remind myself not to worry about Michiru, who had tightened her grip on my arm. Is an ordinary school uniform really that exciting?
とてもキュー&クールでございます。それに、イギリスではロンドンや大きな町以外のスクールでは制服がないこともあります。
Oh, so she's from the UK, huh? I see. So you're from the UK, Dee Dee? Since I had been completely in the dark until now, I barely knew anything about her. Well, it gave us something to talk about on the way to school anyway. The three of us continued walking to the monorail station. During that time, I made an effort to sort out all the info I heard from Dee Dee. Dee Dee equals Dorothy Davenport, citizen of the United Kingdom, same age as me, no other siblings in her family. I still only knew the bare minimum of details about her. Putting that aside, I decided to exchange phone numbers with her, just in case she got lost or ran into an emergency.
そもそも DD さんはなぜ日本に興味を持たれたのですか？
Michiru, who had been quiet up until then, asked her a question.
そもそも
She means, like, what the first thing that got you interested in Japan was.
そもそもは私のグランパは日本人でした。だから私の家では日本のことがよく話になりました。
なるほど。クォーターなんですね。
Yes!
おじいさま同士は日本にいた頃からのお知り合いだったんですか？何かお仕事の関係でしょうか？
お仕事ではないことです。ミスター沢渡が旅行中、偶然私たちのアップルファームで私のグランパと会い、パブで仲良くなったそうです。
リンゴ？ファーム？
A farm, basically. So your family farms for a living, Dee Dee?
何もありませんが、自然がたくさんの素敵な場所です。
Seeing her bright smile, I imagined her home must be a real paradise. It was pretty surprising to hear my grandfather knew anyone outside of work, let alone came to meet someone by such a strange twist of fate. Then Dee Dee suddenly started shaking with excitement.
何よりも、そもそもは、私は日本のご飯に猛烈に感動しました。
She raised her voice without warning as she made that proclamation.
イギリスのご飯は本当にマジです。和食と中華は最高です。
Not only Michiru, but plenty of other people around us now had their eyes on us. Huh? In other words, you came here for the food?
なんだではなく、食べるということは、ライフをレフトライトする重要なことです。
You really have to pay attention to the voice acting if you want to know what these Japanese words mean. Like, kette means decision and jinsei means life. So basically she's saying, come on, lad, you need food in order to make big decisions in your life. It even affects her decisions in life. Oh, there you go. Come to think of it, this morning she said that she couldn't eat until we woke up.
色気より食い気。兄様、私、ちょっと彼女と仲良くなれそうな気がしてきました。
Funny that, I was just thinking we didn't have to keep our guard up with her as a guest too. This girl seemed like she was a perfect till just now. She failed to notice our judgment of her as siblings and instead seemed very pleased with the proclamation she had just made.
さ 叫んだらお腹が空いてきましたね。
Didn't you already eat breakfast?
はい、たくさんいただきました。
I see. She must have quite a strange metabolism. Well, whatever. You're pretty good at Japanese, though.
日本語たくさん勉強しました。響きがとってもキュートな言葉だと思います。
Cute, you said?
ラリルレロなどはベリーベリーですよ。
日本語の発音もきちんとしていますね。
母が日本語を話せましたが、さらにネットのゲームとアニメで勉強しました。
Online games and anime?
紅茶が飲みたいんで。
Didi flourished her left hand in a kind of salute. Wait a minute, you were doing just fine until you put on that corny accent. Are you having a chuckle with me?
まさか私日本語よくわかりません。
Muzukashi means difficult. Don't give me that, you're just imitating a character. I reached out and grabbed Didi's cheeks without even thinking about it. God damn it, you're just one of those shithead otaku foreigners who can't do or say anything without making everyone within earshot cringe, aren't you? Jeez. Who in this country doesn't know about that game by now? Which game? Hanhore? Oh, you mean Kankolle? Kantai Collection?
あら、兄様がいつもの調子を取り戻されていますね。
Of course I'm going to be self-conscious around a foreigner. I'm beating my head against the goddamn language barrier here. She seemed about to cry, so I let go.
まさか日本にホームステイするにあたって半年も必死に練習した口調がこんなにも簡単に見破られるとは。
Some idea of practice you have. Surely you have better ways of wasting your time. I narrowed my eyes at her as I retorted.
しかし私が日本を愛している気持ちには変わりありません。
If you're just into this country as a hobby, maybe instead of a homestay, you could have just taken a vacation here.
ですです。
わざわざ兄様と漫才をしに来日したわけでもないでしょうしね。
あ、
You wanna mind telling us what that was for?
いえ、何でもございません。
Didi shook her head, but I somehow had a really bad feeling about this. I might just have to pinch your cheeks again. I don't know.
そういうこっちゃねえです。
You're not saying much to help me understand things here.
ご主人様は私のことをグランドファーザーから何も聞いてませんか？
She seemed to be begging me for some kind of recognition, but I couldn't imagine why. What are you talking about?
どうしましょうかね。
Didi seemed to ponder things over for a moment and...
漫才はともかくご主人様に会ってみたかったなというのはそもそもなのです。
For a start?
日本のことを調べたり来てみたかった理由です。
I still don't get it. What are you talking about?
本当に嫌な予感がしますね。
Didi looked at me, then looked at Michiru, and then finally, her expression became very serious.
それが酔った時の冗談だったことは分かっています。でも私とご主人様のグランパは私とご主人様を結婚させようとその話をよくしていたそうで。
Say what? I hadn't heard Michiru give such a shocked outburst like that in a long time. I was frozen in place, dumbfounded, as Didi smiled earnestly. You mean, you're my fiancé? Hearing that, Didi opted to helpfully, or not, clarify things for us both.
いいなずけです。
ちょっとお待ちなさい。おてんこ娘。
Holy shit. Michiru's reaction was instantaneous.
おてんこ？
そんなことはどうでもいいのです。それより旅費は出すからイギリスへ帰りなさい。ヤンキーゴーホームです。
Last time I checked, Yankees are Americans.
私、頭はよろしくありません。
That's a hell of a thing to say with that kind of confidence, you know?
兄弟で仲がよろしいことですね。
何をのんきにされているのですか？飛行機のシートに座るつもりがないなら箱詰めにして荷物扱いにしてもよろしいのですよ。
いやさっきトークしましたが、私だって言い名付けのプロミスがグランパたちの冗談だということは分かってますよ。だけどやっぱり年頃のガールとして言い名付けという存在はロマンがありますし、一度はお会いしたかったんです。
露骨なフラグを立てるのはおやめなさい。ただでさえ兄様は失恋直後で無駄によろめきやすい時期なんですから。
Hey! I kept my mouth shut because I didn't want DD to know any more about it, but how the hell did Michiru find out about all that?
ではご主人様は誰のものなんですか？
兄様は私のものですよ。
なるほど、お嬢様の方が偉くてご主人様はお嬢様のものでしたか。これから気をつけましょう。
Damn it! Do you two secretly hate me? Even if only a few days had gone by since then, I was starting to miss Miu's maturity and femininity a lot.
兄様、私は少し DD さんと込み入ったお話があることになりましたので、先に投稿してもらってもよろしいでしょうか。
Can I trust you alone with DD right now?
何が行われるかあえて口にはいたしませんが、万が一のことを考えれば関わり合いになりたくはありませんでしょう。
Alright, just hang in there, DD. I put both my hands on DD's shoulders.
What?
What? I think Michiru here wants to get along with you.
わー、私も大和なでしこのお嬢様と仲良くなりたいです。
Good, I'll be buying a drink for when you get home.
私はお酒はドリンクできないことですよ。
Don't worry about it, I'm probably gonna need to buy flowers too for the next time I see you, so take care.
はい、ご主人様もお達者で。
While DD saw me off cheerfully, I walked directly to the station without looking back for a second. Fare you well, DD. I know we'll meet again some sunny day. I took the monorail to school where Makoto was waiting to grab me by the necktie again.
ちょっと、どういうことなのかな？
I could ask the same of you. DD was the one who set off the death flag, so why do I have the feeling my life is seriously at stake right now? Also, good morning.
挨拶なんかより、あの話のことだよ。
Although Makoto was staring me down menacingly, she was blushing all the same. I kind of don't know actually.
あれだよ、あれ。
You trying to pull a that thing con on me here?
それ、どんな詐欺？
Ah, mommy, that thing! I forgot about that thing! I told you about that thing! See that? You know, that thing! Or something.
そこからどうやってお金を振り込ませるのか、すっごく腕の見せ所な詐欺だね。
I'd evidently managed to impress Makoto with my acting as she heaved a sigh and let go of my necktie. This wouldn't have to do with me saying let's go on a date to you recently, would it?
それ
Makoto pretended like it was a ridiculous joke when I asked her, but evidently she had been thinking about it. I really did mean it as a joke though.
デートなんて恋人がするもんでしょ？
Not necessarily. Nope, it's the complete opposite from my experience. Just realized that not too long ago. I straightened the collar of my uniform as I spoke. If I had learned one thing from my time with Miu, it was that proactive people have a lot more potential to succeed than I thought, as opposed to those who just let life pass them by. Ordinary people are fundamentally bad at deciding things for themselves. I was one of those people. If I was presented with a situation where I needed to make a choice, I would procrastinate until I didn't have any choices to make left. If I was told what to do, I'd put it off until I barely had any time left to do it. And if it all blew up in my face, I could just tell myself that, at the time, I didn't have any other choice. It was this way of thinking that had hindered my ability to grow and mature as a person. A person who is proactive, on the other hand, is able to prioritize and pursue the best course of action from the beginning. Of course, these people are not immune to failure, but they act without any time to worry about failing, and when they get knocked down, they just get up again. Indeed, a person like that who fails something on their first try would just use the experience to better themselves, so they are more likely to succeed on their second try. You could call it courage, you could call it foresight. The glass can be half full or half empty. But come what may, if I want to go on a date with a girl, it'd be a lot quicker to ask a girl directly, instead of waiting around for someone to ask me. It took about 2 seconds for all those thoughts to flash through my mind. Makoto tilted her head, seemingly confused.
逆？デートは恋人になる前にするものだってこと？
Yeah. If you go on a date with someone you fancy and you are thinking like, man, I'm having so much fun, being with them really makes me happy, well, I think that's when you should seriously consider being in a relationship with that person.
なるほど。
Makoto looked strangely impressed, but then she put her hand to her forehead and a troubled look came onto her face.
友達にも言われるけど、私の考え方ってやっぱり古風すぎなのかな。
What do you think a date should be like?
デートっていうか、恋愛ってもっとこう重たいものみたいな。
Gravitas?
この人って決めたら命をかけて最後まで添い遂げる覚悟というか。
Hey, Sanjuro, is it that big a deal to you? Can you even walk with that kind of weight on you?
ほら、うちの場合、私が堅気で恋愛をって言っても後取り問題とか社会的な立場のこととかが出てきちゃうし。
I'm hardly want to talk, but sounds like it sucks to be you too. Even in a large corporation like my family's, it would be considered bad form to talk about arranged marriage before I even came of age. Makoto's family situation might be even tougher than mine. Well, since I'm in on your secret anyway, I wouldn't mind hearing you out. Is there anything that really bothers you about it?
愚痴はないんだけど。
I just want to get to know you more. We don't have to call it a date. You can just think of it as hanging out with a male friend of yours.
じゃあ、レイ君、一度そういう意味で私とデートしてくれる？
If you're cool with it. Huh? Wait a minute. How did I end up actually making plans for a date with Makoto? How did it come to this?
じゃあ、今度の日曜日ね。細かいことは後でメールするからね。
Makoto?
私も気楽に行くから楽しみにしてるよ。
Makoto made haste and left, evidently ignoring what I was trying to say. War. Now what do I do? There's no way I can get out of it by saying it was all a joke now. A date with Makoto? My heart was pounding like crazy. Good grief! I put my bag on my desk and tried to wipe the stupid grin off my face. Makoto was looking over at me since we were in the same classroom, but I ignored her since it didn't seem like she had anything to say. Hey, Shuji. Morning.
よっす。
How are you holding up?
絶好調だ。
Good to hear it.
皮肉を言い合ってても仕方ないな。なんか肩が軽くなったのは事実だ。
Shuji seemed to be relieved, having finally resolved the unrequited feelings he'd had for Michiru all this time. Look on the bright side, maybe you will have luck with another girl now.
そういえばさんずい。フラグって言えば 転校生が来るって話知ってるか？
Hmm?
女だ。しかも留学生らしい。
Oh, yeah. Sounds like he's talking about DD. Is she in our class?
みたいだな。山水が登校してくる前、教師が新しい机を運び込んできたから聞き出した。
Wow. Never thought we'd be in the same class. Still, I presumed my father might have pulled some strings so I could look after our guest. I mean, they wouldn't exactly accept a transfer student right in the middle of the semester otherwise.
なんだ、喜ばないのか？
Of course I am. I was admittedly a little uneasy about how to handle the situation, so that dampened my excitement a little. Well, que sera, sera. It might make things more interesting. Then,
ここが私のクラスルームですね。
classroom! Our topic of discussion spoke out from the hallway.
はい、皆さん、グッモーニングでおはようございます。
は？
Shuji and all the other students stared in astonishment as DD merrily waltzed into the room without hesitation. Even as everyone's eyes locked onto her, her smile held steady.
私のネームはドロシー・ダベンポート。フレンドは DD と呼びますので、皆さんもそう呼ぶといいです。あ、転校生ですよ。
Aren't you supposed to wait outside and let the teacher introduce you first? I retorted under my breath as per usual, even if she wasn't close enough to hear. God only knows if every British person is this laid back and jovial, or just DD. Of course, DD noticed me, but she was surrounded by a mob of curious classmates, preventing her from speaking up.
へえ、マジで可愛いな。
Shuji and I sat in the back and watched. You think she's your type?
いや、俺の好みとは正反対だ。
You're telling me. While Shuji and I continued talking, more people started streaming into the classroom and surrounding DD.
ありゃ、ホームルームが始まるまで収まりそうもないな。
I wonder if I should do something. The crowd around DD was quite curious. They all wanted to know where she was from, how she got so good at Japanese, and a lot of other stuff I'd asked her this morning. It would be nice if she didn't mention that she was staying at my house, or the part about supposedly being my fiancé. Just as that thought crossed my mind, DD waved at me.
ご主人様。
Fucking what? I threw my pocket watch against the floor with as much force as I could muster. That little shit. Fucking brilliant. I got another goddamn loony in my life now.
え、なんだよ突然。
I wasn't sure exactly what point in time I had returned to, and Shuji seemed confused at my frustrated mumblings. It's nothing, just talking to myself here. I answered, turning my attention toward DD. I needed to stop her from calling me master, but I already knew she'd blurt that word out the second I tried to talk to her. I already turned back time once, so failure was not an option. I thought for a second, and then I put my index finger against my lips. Surely she'd recognize that gesture as keep quiet. When DD noticed me, she looked quite surprised, but then she stopped. All according to plan. Having gotten her attention, I pointed my finger to myself, then made a cross sign with my fingers. Hopefully she picked up on the nuance there and saw me trying to say, "Don't talk about me," or "Don't mention your relationship with me." DD thought about it for a moment, then her face lit up and she nodded at me twice. Ah jeez, I've got a bad feeling about that smile. I kept eye contact with her to finish getting my point across. Putting a stern look on my face, I shook my head. Like this. "I'll have the chicken nuggets, please." DD nodded obediently once again. Did she really understand that?
というか、山水は何してるんだ？
Shuji hadn't joined the crowd, so noticing DD and I gesturing at each other like sign language interpreters, he was naturally a bit confused. I ignored him anyway, since I still had my eye on what DD was going to do next.
Oh,
The smile suddenly disappeared from DD's face and she cleared her throat. My classmates were all hanging on every word of what she was about to say.
Everyone! ヤッホーかっぽじってよく聞いてください。私はあそこにいるご主人様のホームにステイしていません。ましてやメイドでもありませんし、絶対に言い名付けではありません。
Fucking what? And my response was completely the same as last time.
どうしてたんですか、ご主人様。ぼっちり否定したじゃないですか。
Denial my fucking ass! I pushed through the crowd of students to get to DD, grabbing her shoulders so that I could shake some sense into her. Were you actually born yesterday or something? That wasn't a denial, that was you digging my fucking grave!
うわー、世界が回っております。しかし、世界の中心は大英帝国です。
Shut it! You're in Rising Sun territory now. Well, this is certainly a first. I turn back time and the situation gets even worse. Our classmates were of course completely gobsmacked, trying to mentally process what DD had just announced in front of them.
さんずい。同い年の金髪メイドが言い名付けってどこの名のべだ？
That's the same damn thing I thought when I woke up this morning. Ah, Christ, what a clusterfuck this is. Now what do I do? What's worst of all is, everything DD just gave a suspiciously specific non-denial denial of was the truth. Guess I'll have to fight fire with fire. If I called for Michiru, I could stir up the kind of mayhem reserved for summoning the Demon King from a parallel universe and make my exit stage right. Glancing towards the door, I suddenly wished for Michiru to appear. I meant it as a joke, but someone really did appear in the doorway.
ちょっと沢渡の兄、みちるから話は聞かせてもらったわよ。私というものがありながら言い名付けって何なの？
Not you! And what the hell was with that last part? Talk about fighting fire with gasoline. Shitting fuck! Has Mio put a curse on me or something? The cutest ones are always the most dangerous after all.
ご主人様、日本って思っていたより賑やかな国なんですね。これが言い名付けなの？私よりおっぱい小さいじゃない。胸のトークはやめてください。
Oh, whatever. Screw this. I slipped away from all the commotion. It didn't matter if I was there or not. People would gossip about it either way, like a perfect catch-22. Huh? Makoto, who never joined the group, came right over to me.
レイ君、あの DD さんと結婚するのに、私とデートしようなんて言ったの？
Because I want to build a harem? Come on, I wouldn't hit on other girls if I actually had a fiancé. Everyone's just having a laugh about it.
そう。
Makoto sighed with relief.
ところで、さっきメールするって言ったけど、レイ君の番号知らないから、後でこっそり教えて。ね。
Oh, sure. I get it now. There really would be more opportunities like this ahead if I were more proactive in my advances.